Good morning from Fast Company. Here's our daily look into what's driving today's creative business leaders. Have you ever noticed that the qualities we sometimes see as weaknesses can actually be our secret strengths? Think about the quiet, shy colleagues who excel at listening, or those who seem a bit lazy but always find the most efficient way to get things done. Even self-doubt, which studies show 70% of professionals experience at some point in their careers, can lead us to make more thoughtful decisions and spark creative breakthroughs. These qualities, sometimes perceived as weaknesses, can be the traits that shape effective leaders. As leaders of a bootstrapped company for nearly 2 decades, I faced my fair share of uncertainty. Between economic turbulence and the rise of AI, the past few years have introduced no shortage of unpredictability. But I've learned that self-doubt, like any trait, can be transformed into a strength if viewed in the right light. The surprising benefits of self-doubt. If you Google self-doubt and leadership, you'll find an endless scroll of articles doling out advice on how to overcome or extinguish self-doubt. One researcher, however, found that the relationship between self-doubt and job performance is more nuanced than you might think. Wharton researcher Bassema Tawfik peeled back the next layer of the onion on the accepted wisdom that imposter syndrome is categorically bad. She found that imposter thoughts can actually serve as motivation to perform better on the job, especially in terms of interpersonal skills. In her research involving physicians in training, for example, Tawfik discovered that doctors with imposter thoughts were able to diagnose patients and develop treatment plans on par with their confident doctor counterparts. But the self-doubters scored even higher on interpersonal interactions. In other words, they had better bedside manner, engaging in active listening, leaning forward, and providing more thorough explanations. Processing self-doubt can also result in more reasoned decisions. When I'm unsure of a decision, for example, I'll research it exhaustively until I can cast the die confidently. Being a bit insecure can make you more cautious, reflective, and thorough. Advantageous qualities for a leader. In short, some self-doubt can lead to positive workplace outcomes. Still, it's undeniable that no one enjoys feeling like an imposter. It's not pleasant to view yourself as less than. Leverage self-doubt in the workplace. When doubt creeps in, our instinct is often to silence it or prove it wrong. But self-doubt isn't always a weakness. It can be a powerful tool. Consider an author hesitating before sharing their work, questioning whether it's good enough. Instead of dismissing the uncertainty, they use it to refine their writing, pushing their creativity further. That doubt didn't hold them back, it sharpened their writing. And when they finally share their work, they do so with confidence. That's why, when I catch myself questioning my own decisions, I resist the urge to stamp out the doubt immediately. First, I remind myself uncertainty isn't bad. In fact, it's the sign of an open, curious mind, always ready to learn something new. Then I pause and examine where my thoughts are coming from. If the uncertainty lingers, I look for ways to gain clarity, whether through research, reflection, or consulting with colleagues. The problem is, we're often too caught up in the daily grind to notice these moments of uncertainty. We move from task to task without stepping back to consider whether we're even heading in the right direction. That's why I believe in carving out moments for reflection in my day. Because even when self-doubt isn't actively nagging at you, proactive reflection helps you make better choices. Studies on metacognition, the practice of thinking about your thinking, show that regularly questioning our thought processes leads to sharper decision-making. For me, journaling at the beginning and end of each day is the most effective way to do this. By scheduling it into my calendar, I ensure I take time to process my thoughts, identify sources of doubt, and uncover what's causing them. This practice helps me return to my work with a clearer head, greater confidence, and ultimately, stronger, more productive decision-making. That's all today from Fast Company. Talk to you tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.